it was more of a volunteering opportunity. They labeled it as first. So this job was advertised as a voluntary experience, saying we need help on the wards. And then only when I got hired for that position and I went in for my training, they told us it's going to be a paid position. And nursing and every other profession in the NHS is banded. The payments are banded. So somebody on a band 4 payment is getting paid more than a band 2 payment. I was initially told that I was going to be getting band 3 pay. And remember when I was saying about the band pay, from what I know, we were initially offered a band 3 pay for all the clinical work we were supposed to be doing as well. And then it was revised to getting a band lower, as the hospital didn't expect us anymore to be doing any of the clinical work. So throughout the first chunk of, throughout my entire HCA career, in the first wave, I was only given a band 2 pay, but I was also doing band 3 work. And then once again, it was quite disheartening to see that once again, when everything is, much worse because of COVID, and COVID cases are soaring and the intensive care capacity is dwindling, that I'm once again doing way more than I was told I was going to be doing and not getting the correct payment for it. And to be honest, I don't really care about the payment, but it just seems quite unfair. So I don't care about it. Like I said, I'm going in for the experience of being able to help people. Essentially, that's what I'm here for. I want to be helping people. And now we've been revised back to COVID pod working, what we call it. It's where we know that we don't have enough staff to cover how many patients we've got. And intensive care nurses are distributing their workload once again over 4 or 5 patients. Registered nurses or support nurses are helping by stepping in on some of the intensive care nurse duties, and HCAs are stepping in on some of the registered nurses' duties. So everybody's working higher up. And this is being revised by the hospital as band 5 nurses are going to get band 6 pay, band 6 nurses are going to get band 7 pay. HCAs get paid the same exact rates as we've always done. And we are having to do jobs such as restocking and making sure the crash trolleys are all safe and ready to go in case of an emergency. And upon speaking about the crash trolleys to a registered nurse, they were like, to be honest, even at the beginning of my nursing career, I was not allowed to restock that crash trolley as it was too big of a responsibility. And I remember one of the nurses in charge saying to me, "Why are you checking the crash trolley? Like, you shouldn't be doing this." And I said, "I've been given the correct and adequate training. I've been shown how to do it. I've seen many nurses do it and speak. I've been taught. I've spoken how to do it, and a few nurses have seen me do this. And if you go outside of the ward and see everyone's responsibilities, it says I have to do this because another member of staff won't be able to do this." And then the nurse finally understood that, okay, HCAs are doing more than they should be doing anyway in this pandemic.
Yeah, I mean, that's really interesting what you were saying about the payment, because I know the thing is, anyone in medicine doesn't really do it for the money. And people can question that. They can say, oh, doctors work private, they get more money by doing that. Well, look, they've all got to support their lifestyles, and everyone needs to live. It's just in society, we place money and value on certain things. And I think this pandemic is going to make us look at where our values need to go and maybe question how we run our society, because you see, obviously, this is a really cliche one that we always hear about, is the fact that, businessmen get paid millions and millions, but then you've got paramedics, doctors and nurses, for example, and even like HCAs and everyone else who don't really get a payment reflected of the work that they're doing. And I think that's a really important message that people need to look at. It's something that I've been quite frustrated with personally, and this is obviously different than NHS work, but when we've both worked together in the medical department, we've seen, this is obviously outside of hospital, but we've seen seizures, we've seen strokes, we've seen all of these different things, and we'd be dealing with it kind of on minimum wage. But then if I get a job as like a copywriter, I get paid double, triple the amount for writing some words on a piece of paper, when I've actually just helped someone survive. And I only have that on a small scale, and I can only imagine the frustration felt by NHS workers. So money is really important.